All right, I'm going to set up for the nets tonight. New Ham's net. Rats will start first on UHF, and then about quarter after the hour, New Ham's net will start on the MRA. I'll be back in a few minutes. Now here is the weather out for southeast Maryland, east North Carolina, central Virginia, east central Virginia, north central Virginia, south central Virginia, and southeast Virginia. This afternoon and tonight, hazardous weather is not expected at this time. And now the extended outlook for the period Thursday through Tuesday. A period of snow is increasingly likely Friday, which could change to a winter mix or rain later Friday into Friday night. A light snow accumulation and light glaze of ice are increasingly likely. Spotter activation may be needed. The 6 p.m. area weather observations. At Richmond, partly cloudy. Temperature 37, dew point 28. Relative humidity 70%. Wind calm. Pressure 30.10 inches in Fowler. Chesterfield, clear. Temperature 37, dew point 31. Relative humidity 78%. Wind calm. Pressure 30.11 inches and steady. Across the rest of
this is KB2OYI, calling the Richmond Amateur Telecommunications Society net. Calling the Wednesday night RATS net.
W4BRU. I hope you're hearing me.
Welcome everybody back to the RATS net, which we do Wednesday night, 7 p.m. on a 442.550 repeater. The repeater uses positive offset and a 744 PL tone. My name is Rob, Romeo Oscar Bravo, and my call sign is Kilo Bravo 2 Oscar Yankee India. That is KB2OYI. I'll be your net control operator for this evening's net. Before we get started, is there any station on frequency having any emergency or priority traffic? If so, please call now. Nothing urban. Anytime anyone does have any emergency traffic, just please call brakes and that will yield clear traffic. Once again, we'll meet here Wednesday night with courage check-ins regardless of your location, affiliation, or
just arrived on Zoom.
The amateurs are always invited to participate, and the purpose of the net is general fellowship within the ham radio community, bring awareness to any radio events happening in the area, as well as any RATS-specific items. Reminders, if you have any questions related to ham radio, you can ask them during your comments. Perhaps someone on the net knows the answer, or you can always email helpdesk@rats.net, and your message will be sent to the RATS Elmers group, which will respond and help you get the help you need. You do not need be a member of RATS to use this service. And once again, that email address is helpdesk@rats.net. When checking in, please give your call sign and first name. Slowly phonetically helps me out even more to be recognized by the net. Also say if you have any announcements of traffic for the net, we handle the traffic first and then informal comments after that. So for topic discussion tonight, and again, I'm not trying to stir up any controversy, but the topic is, and what spurred this is, 2 weeks ago I got my renewal letter in the mail from the ARRL.
W4BRU.
Deciding whether or not I want to renew it, spend the, $16 or whatever. So, a simple question, and you could add whatever you want to your answer. Are you an ARRL member?
N4POZ, W4BRU. Hearing me? Over.
Again, fill in the blanks as much or little as you want to. Alright, let's start taking mobile stations first. Mobile stations wishing to check into the net, please call out.
For some reason, Dave's not getting through, and I would think, and it's not even bringing the 12 on the meter, so he is not, for some reason, getting through. almost like the tone is not working or something. I can't tell whether it doesn't even sound like he's getting through to the repeater at all. Over.
I see him wanting to talk. I see him moving his lips. I don't even know if he's listening to us.
IRB, Mike, please stand by.
Can you hear us?
Sound like maybe someone else is keying a mic,
well,
but we'll
I didn't even
try to get you on the
got my audio
the
out.
next round here with the general check-in. Let's try to expand the list. General check-ins. General check-ins. Listen to join the net. Please call now.
Okay, now I'm with my off from the Zoom. Can you hear me, Dave? I know I can hear Bruce.
This is Romeo 4, Echo Yankee Backtrack.
Randy in Western Enrico, no traffic.
Okay, Dave, you came through that time. I don't know what you did, but it's working well.
Kilo 4, November, Alpha, Golf. Nick, Eastern Palatine, no traffic.
Rick?
This is Kilo 4, Oscar, Whiskey Uniform, Chevy, Glen Allen.
Number 3rd, Van Creek, 2.94. Palmyra, 2.90.
NAG and OWU. Once again, let's do a call out. This is KB2 OYI with the RATS net. If you're out there and wishing to check in and join the list, please call now. This is Alpha India 4, Romeo November, Keith, in North Chesterfield. No traffic. Alright. Let's start the top and then work through some of you guys, and then we'll do another call out as we continue on. Let's start the top with Mike, KD4 IRB. Mike, tonight, what you got going on for us?
Guess he's standing in the wrong spot again.
This is KD4 IRB. You copy me now? Go ahead, Mike.
Goodness. What is going on?
No copy there. Let's try this again. KD4 IRB, Mike, are you with us for your comments? Go ahead. This is KD4 IRB. Good evening. Good evening, everybody on the net. Well, I don't know what happened, but on the other handheld radio, the TYG is acting up, and looks like a transmitter or the repeater is keep keying up and on, or maybe the radio or something wrong. I said, it's not much I could report in here. I am doing fine. Everything seems to be falling to place. You know, always something is not working right, but you have to just deal with it. And for the air now, I tell you, I am not too sure really membership in the ARL is really worth it anymore. At least not for me, because they discontinued the magazine, and I don't care about the electronic version at all. And so what really they doing for me anymore? Well, I keep it up, but I am not too sure it's really worth it. KD4 IRB. Well, man, you hit on a couple the time. Yeah, my last, I guess, 10 years ARL membership was because I enjoyed getting the magazine in the mail. I'm old-fashioned like that. The electronic version is of zero interest to me. I'm not going to sit there and read it on a laptop. That's not the same. Well, hopefully get your radios working right there. I'm glad you're able to come in there. But thanks for joining us as always. We'll clear with you, and let's go next to our buddy Randy, KO4KAD. Man, a TYT causing transmission issues. Where have I heard this before? Go ahead, Randy. Your comments for the net.
KB2. I killed 4KAD. Yeah, I would never have imagined that. I still have my trusty TYT quad band that will not transmit at all on 2 meters. Occasionally I'll use it for 6-meter FM. But yeah, who would have guessed? Anyways, good to hear you, Rob. Thanks for running the net. Not a whole lot going on here. Long day at work. And glad it's over. And looking forward to hunting this weekend. So that's all I've got. I'll turn it back to Net Control 7-3 from KO4KAD.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Hi, Randy. Thanks for joining us, and have fun out in the woods as always. Sounds like you're making the most of this season. All right, man. Be good, and we'll catch up during the weekend when you're back out of the woods and warming up. So, all right, clear with Randy. Go to our good buddy Nick. And for NAG, no K4 NAG. I'm completely destroying your call sign today. Sorry about that. Nick, your comments from Nick. Go ahead.
Hey, good evening, Rob, and everybody else on the net. Today, K4 NAG. We've all been there, done that. There were plenty of times where someone's given me their call 2 or 3 times in a row, and I still botch it. But to get to the topic, I really don't have any real experience with ARL. I did get an email from them recently about joining a petition to overturn some HOA rules or some campaign they got going on. So, of course, I joined for that. That way, everybody in the hobby can get full enjoyment out of it without having to deal with pesky HOA boards. But other than that, no, I don't really have an experience with them. I don't have a membership with them. I've contemplated it. But I'm pretty happy with what I got going on right now in my setup. I got RATS here, and I got a donation here and there to the MRA to get them back up and running. But I gotta say, you guys are great folks, and definitely appreciate it. So, other than that, not too much else happening. Just getting ready for the weekend. Gotta prep for the XYL's birthday. We're throwing a pretty big party for her. Her big 4-0. So we got some people coming out of town that she doesn't know about. Hopefully it'll be a good time. But as far as the party planner, it's a lot of running around and a lot of last minute. Oh, I forgot to do that. So that'll be my Saturday, and then Sunday will be football, radio, and recovery. So thanks again, Rob, for running the net. I'll pass it back over to Net Control, K4 NAG, Space 74.
Nick, well, I'm sure the birthday plans will go just fine. And look forward to catching up with you on the radio maybe sometime Sunday and hear how everything's all going on with all that. So good to hear you as always, and appreciate you joining us. All right, we'll clear with Nick. I'll go ahead and do another call out real quick. You have 2 folks on standby, so gentlemen, please stand by. This is KB2OI with the RATS Net, looking for any additional check-ins to get on the list. If you are out there, please call now. This is KQ4FBL in and out. Have yourself a mighty fine evening. We'll catch you again another time. Let's go back to Buddy Chevy, KQ4OWU. Your comments for that, guys. Yes, KK4OW, Chevy, man. Glenn Allen here, 33 at 295. Thank you for doing the net tonight, Rob. You're doing great as always. As a RRL, I've been a member since I became a ham in 2013. And I believe it's very beneficial. Let me grab a nickel. They do a lot of work behind the scenes, protecting our rights as amateur radios, protecting our frequencies. If I remember right, one business conglomerate wanted to take over part of the 2-meter band for their business purposes, this, that, and the other. And I think they do a good job coordinating and not always visible, but they do a lot of work behind the scenes. Other than that,
Good evening and welcome to
things
the
are going pretty good. Got a four-wheel drive expedition driveway that I built on Saturday night.
I'll be the next
It's
patrol
just
officer
branching
for
back
this
and
evening.
forth, waiting for about
We appreciate the board of the Metropolitan Repeater Association for letting us use this
And
repeater for
other
the
than that,
net.
things are going well. Looking forward to upcoming events. So, celebrate everybody. Thank you, Rob. KK4OWU.
Please give me your name and call sign. I'll write it down and call on you.
Glad you got your truck all ready to go.
Please be patient and please
I'm
speak
really hoping you're
slowly,
not going to need it.
and I will let you know if
Looks
I
like we
get
might get a little
it.
something, but hopefully
Let
it's
you know if I
a
can
little
ask
something,
for it
not
again.
something. So,
Here's Amtrak.
well, we'll see. You never know.
Alright, right now we're going to begin with check-in. So if
All right,
anyone would like to check in
we'll
for
clear
the
Chevy.
next
Let's
tonight.
go to Keith. They got 4RN. Your comments for the next guy.
This is
Good evening, Rob, and everyone on the net.
N4POZ.
I'm a member of AZORL, and
Welcome, Nora. Glad to have you with us tonight.
do a lot
Is there anyone else that would like to check in?
amateur radio and
This is Whiskey 4 Bravo Romeo 1, Whiskey 4 BIU group.
us through legislation and other efforts. But I also do like
Whiskey Bravo 4,
magazines.
BIU.
I'm not so much of a print reader. I do like to read electronically. And
So Bruce, thanks for joining.
an app on my phone, and when I'm somewhere and waiting for something.
Anyone else out there that would like to check in for tonight's new ham net?
I'll pull that up and read. I'm just still trying to absorb as much as I can about the hobby and just trying to learn whatever I can. So that's all I have. Yeah, 4RN. 73 is everybody.
Bob, would you be kind enough to repeat your call sign again, please?
Hi, Keith. Well, we appreciate you joining us and chiming in the topic there. I hope you have a fine evening, and we'll catch you again on another time.
Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it greatly.
There's the end of the list. Short and sweet. We'll do another call. This is KB2OYI with the RATS net. If there's anybody out there wishing to check in before we close it down, please call now.
Do you have any other contestants for tonight's new ham net that would like to check in?
Just a question.
K4 RKO.
Have you compliment here, or I hear more noise in that repeater?
K4 RKO QSL. K4 RKO. Did I get that call sign correct?
Or RKO is correct.
Your first name.
Mike.
Any other contestants that would like to check in for tonight's new ham net?
Contestants. Very funny.
I'm not sure. It might just be some local receive with your whatever radio you're using.
This is Kilo Romeo
joining the group tonight. Any more check-ins? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start the first round, and we will kick off with the first name on the list, which is Nora. 10-4-POZ. Nora, what you got for us tonight?
This is M for POC. Thanks, Dave, for being the net control tonight. And there's not much except an injury that I'm trying to recover from and going to make doctor's appointments. And I think I finally found the diagnosis today, so I'm happy, even though the pain is still there. Over.
Well, I'm glad you're on the road to recovery, and I wish you a speedy and helpful recovery there, Nora. All right, on to Bruce. W4BRU.
Today has been having an old standard cut of water heater removed and one of these tankless ones installed, which is quite a bit of piping changes and such. K4RKO and I did the rewiring we needed to get the get an outlet near where it needs to be hooked up. They're expensive, but it'll probably solve a problem we got here in terms of having enough hot water. Plus, the old one was about 20, 25 years old, so didn't know what's anything. So that's my adventure for the day. Back to net controls, W4BIU.
Thank you, Bruce. Moving on to Bob. AB2OE. Bob, how you doing tonight?
Well, good here, Dave. I'm doing good, and thanks for doing the net. And Bruce, I'm glad to hear about your water heater. It's a tankless job. I'm sorry I couldn't resist that, Bruce. Nora, I hope you, as long as you didn't injure your microphone finger, I think we'll all be very happy. But I hope you get better quick. Nothing to report here. Just trying to keep everything warm. Trying to keep my workshop warm when I can. And very busy, buried in writing some software today. That's it, Dave. Back to you, AB2OE.
Thank you very much, Bob. All right, now we're moving on to Mike. K4RKO. Hi, Mike.
K4RKO. Good afternoon to everyone on the net. I'm on my handheld because my main power supply just went south on me, so I have no power up here except on my handheld. Hope and copy okay? K4RKO.
Very good. Thank you, Mike. Mark. KR4CBA. How are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing well, Dave. Thanks for running the net tonight there, and I kind of an eventless day. I was chasing an antenna issue here a couple hours ago, but seemed to have gotten that nailed down. But other than that, not a whole lot to share. Was curious, I guess when it comes back around, about that tankless water heater there. That was something that was, I forget who that was, had that installed, but I'm interested in one of those. I've got a house. It takes forever to get hot water from one end to the other. And I was thinking about maybe augmenting it. I'm not sure if that's something I can do or not. But anyway, might be able to find out here in a little bit from somebody that knows. But anyhow, nothing else to share. But again, Dave, appreciate you running the net. Back to net control.
Thank you, sir. And this is Dave at KR4EYF. And my day today, or actually my last 2 days, I've been working out with another ham out in Hanover, from the Hanover Radio Club, and he's been assisting me with installing a Ocean KG980P quad band radio, 50 watt, along with a GMRS KG1000G Plus. And I hope this demo.
And it timed out again. Shame, shame.
All right, now we're going to swing back to Nora. And that's Nora, N4POZ.
This is Nora N4POZ. I've always enjoyed the nets, especially these new hum nets. And I was reminded that back some time ago, while I was living in my country, I was raised with tankless hot water heater. I was so spoiled that I couldn't understand why we had so little time to take a shower here. So it's great, even if it's painful now. You'll enjoy it and not to have limitations, especially with big family coming in. So back now to net control and for POZ.
Thank you, Nora. All right, we're going to take time to invite anybody else that would like to join the net tonight. Do we have any latecomers that would like to participate in our net tonight?
This is Kilo 4, Oscar Whiskey Uniform, Chevy, Glen Allen.
Welcome, Chevy. It's nice to have you join us as usual. So we'll go ahead and move on to you, and you want to let us know what's going on in your life tonight.
Yes, KK4OW. Thank you for doing the net tonight, Dave. You're sounding good. Today, I got my four-wheel drive Expedition going. I topped off the tires and the battery, and I know we only get a little bit of snow, but the Expedition loves the heavy snow, and I know we're not going to get it, but one can wish. But other than that, things are going good, and not too much going on. Looking forward to the holidays. Back to you, Dave, net control. KK4OW.
Thank you, Chevy. All right, now we're going to move on with Bruce. W4BRU.
Okay, I gave you my big news. And by the way, Mike, you were asked if I could hear you well, and you came through just fine. So whatever was going on, you got fixed. Yeah, I don't have much other news. Tomorrow morning is the famed board meeting, which I'm looking forward to. And I don't know what the rest that I've got. I had to move my physical therapy off because of what was going on today. So I got that to look forward to, all the aches and pains. But it's good when you find somebody who's good at diagnosis, or it helps make things well. So anyway, that's my story. Back to net control, W4BRU.
Seems like the new
Thank
hams
you,
net.
Bruce. All right, now back to Bob. 4B2OE. Bob, on our second round.
The interest in this net is taking precedence over the RATS net on UHF.
By the way, some of us are getting cut off because I think you got cut off, Dave, because we're not letting the squelch tail drop. And it seems like the squelch tail is a little longer than it was last week, so maybe they put it back to a slightly longer length. But let's see, there's really not much else to report, Dave. Just very busy at work. We all ended up getting the like a stomach virus. Not all of us, but most of us, right after Thanksgiving, and one of us he was in upper respiratory. So we're all better now, but it was a bunch of sickos here. So anyway, back to you, Dave. Don't forget that squelch tail, AB2OE.
It's not just a squelch tail. You have to reset the repeater.
Well, thank you, Bob. I'm glad you're all feeling better, and I hope you continue to do that right on through the holiday season. And now we're moving on to Mike, K4RKO. Mike?
Net control is not used to this repeater. Let it reset, please.
We kind of lost you there.
Okay, let's have another issue here. I'm going to run it down, see what I can find. K4RKO.
It sounded quieting to me, Mike. Maybe to a.
I can hear you fine too, before VRU.
Okay, I just brought the current back up on it. And it seems to be running whopping 30 watts at the moment.
All right, well, I apologize. It may be reception on my end. All right, well, we're going to move on to Mark, KR4CBA.
Hey, you gotta remind everybody, I think this has got a minute and a half talk timer on it, so just let everybody know, and I think most of everybody does, but Dave, they're doing a fine job, but need to, when people unkey, give it a minute for the, or a second or two, for the thing that you're getting cut off when you come back and you pick it up before the swell's still. Anyway,
What the heck was that?
For your information. Anyway, but as far as I know, it's still a minute and a half. Planning for the weekend there. I don't know about snow. I know I hear about it. Got my truck ready to go if I need to, but gotta go to the grocery store, and everybody knows what kind of a madhouse that will be. So we'll cross that bridge tomorrow and get up there. I'm sure milk and bread will be gone. That's not what I'm shopping for anyway. So anyhow, back to net control. KR4CBA.
All right, thank you, Mark. Appreciate it greatly. All right, now to Chevy, KK4OWU, Chevy.
If you guys would use this thing more often, it would be practiced.
KK4OWU, yeah.
Second-hand nature.
I don't think the snow's gonna be that much. Would like to play it in a little bit with the vehicle, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But we're good with food here, and all our supplies, our backup stuff in case we lose power, which haven't heard of any freezing rain coming in. But other than that, looking forward to the holidays. Thank you for doing the net tonight. Doing a great job. 73s, KK4OWU. 73 Chevy, and thanks again for participating. It's always a pleasure to hear from you. We're going to take a moment before we get into our last and final round, and we'll see if there's any latecomers that would like to join the net for our final round. All right, well, we're going to kick off with our final round, and we'll start with Nora, N4POZ.
This is Nora, N4POZ. Glad to be here. As Bruce said, looking forward towards tomorrow's meeting. And I have to say that I'm very happy to hear Mike on this new ham net, and it was great to hear your voice, Mike, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I don't have anything else to say, so I'll say goodbye, and 73 back to net control, day N4POZ.
Thank you, Nora. All right, now we're going to Bruce, W4BRU. Bruce?
Thanks, Dave. It does occur to me I do have one announcement. Friday night, where the MRA board and whatever members want to are meeting. It turns out snow is not a problem. We were concerned about freezing rain and sleet, because that's the flip part. So we're probably going to have Zoom. We could have some people in person. And anybody who's an MRA member who wants to look it up can check the MRA website and get the Zoom ID that you need to sign in. So that's going to be Friday night, the annual meeting, and don't have any big things to cover, but we have to do all the usual stuff to kind of qualify as an FCC club, as they say. So anyway, good to hear everybody. Good to hear you, and thanks, Dave, for running this. And let me say 73 to all. W4BRU.
74, Bruce, and again, thank you very much for all your expert tutelage. All right, now we're moving on to Bob. 4B2OE. Bob?
What?
Thank you, Dave. And it's Alpha Bravo 2. I never did change my call from New York. Alpha Bravo 2, Oscar Echo. And the timer I was talking about was not the timeout timer. The timer I was talking about, I think Mark, you commented that it's still 90 seconds, but the timer I'm talking about is the time it takes for the repeater to drop after we're done, after each person is done transmitting. It seemed like last week it was nearly instantaneous, and now it's about 1, 2, maybe 2.5 seconds. It also dawned to me that it's harder for people who are using an HT to see that. So you almost have to put your ear to the HT and listen for the click. Otherwise, you're actually piggybacking on somebody else's 90-second allotment, and that's why Dave timed out that one time. Anyway, 7-3, lovely net. I enjoy this net. Look forward to it. Back to you, KR4UIF in the group 7-3 from AB2OE.
All right. 73 there, Bob. Thank you very much for joining, and we greatly appreciate your participation. All right, Mike. Dave Bar RKO.
And this is nice looking net. First time I've checked into it, and nice to hear Nora out there, and probably see you tomorrow at breakfast. It's just it's nice to have nets folks getting together and chatting away. I've been ham now for about a week now, maybe 16 years as an amateur. So it's been a good trip the whole time, and I've enjoyed it. And I've met a lot of folks. I hope to continue to.
Mike, my sincerest apologies, but I must have some pretty bad reception on my end. So I'm going to wish you 73 and have a great evening. And now we're going to move on to Mark, K4 CBA. Mark?
K4 CBA, this is Mark. Yeah, well, I wish everybody a safe end of the week here there. Appreciate it. Always like hearing everybody on the net there, and informative information comes out from everywhere, so it's a good thing. But anyway, Dave, appreciate you running it tonight. I've yet to run a net, but anyway, fighting antenna issues here. My signal might not be getting in good. I don't know, but
Yeah, be there in just a second.
Everyone, be safe rest of the week. Have a good evening, and 73 back to net control.
73, Mark, for you as well. And as we walk into the holiday season, I hope everyone has a wonderful and beautiful holiday season. And our final caller this evening, Chevy, KK4OWU, Chevy. Chevy, are you still with us tonight?
KK4OWU, yeah. Well, I wish everybody 73s, happy holidays. Christmas coming up, and all my 3 granddaughters are getting excited, and got trees up, got lights outside, and should be a good time. Take care, 73s, KK4OWU.
73, Chevy, and have a great evening. Thank you very much for being part of tonight's new ham net. we will go ahead and close the net at this time and turn this repeater back over to general ham use. 73 to all, and have a wonderful holiday season. Good night.
Good stuff. Is that it? Are we done already? Golly. Neither net was half an hour. That was terrible. I'm so disappointed. It seems like we don't get enough practice on this repeater, the MRA. Everyone seems to forget that there is 90 seconds, and I'm tired of hearing it because we've been doing it for a month now, maybe more. So out of practice, so out of practice. And I'm sure Net Control uses a different repeater, has experience controlling a net, I think in Chesterfield. I'm not really sure, but it's totally different repeater. The RATS machine is different, both of them. You don't operate enough, you just don't have the practice. You're not used to the changes that can occur from machine to machine, pair to pair, and then from net to net, depending. Need practice. Need practice. And writing down call signs and getting them right. It's probably the main reason to log contacts. You're used to writing this stuff down, recording information, and then what are you going to do if you can't even get a call sign right and you got to pass a message and you get the origin station wrong, or one of the stations that pass a message through and you're passing it on to somebody else? It's like the telephone game. By the time it gets to the end, half the information's wrong, if not all of it. And that's just bad for the service. That's not even a service. It's poor service. I don't know. You just can't. I guess you can't teach everybody. I don't know. I have nothing nice to say.